What's good, Tribe? You know? So, someone had mentioned about my Become a Better Father program. And and the words were that he used was, I believe I'm better than most dads because I've created this program. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, the complete opposite is true. Give me a second. Inside my program, right? This is phase two, right? This phase is called the guide, right? This is lessons 11 through 20, right? So inside the program, you have lesson 17, right? Managing stress and avoiding burnout as a father. Let me show you all this. Right? This is lesson 17, right? Staying strong for yourself so you can be strong for your family. Introduction. Fatherhood is one of the most rewarding yet demanding roles a man can take on. Between work, responsibilities, and the emotional weight of leading a family, many fathers experience stress, exhaustion, and burnout. Unfortunately, too many men suffer in silence, believing they must carry everything alone, which is false, y'all. A burnt out father is not an effective father. Say that one more time. A burnt out father is not an effective father. If you're constantly overwhelmed, exhausted, or irritable, it affects not just you, but also your children and your relationship. Listen to this. Learning to manage your stress and prioritize your well-being is not selfish. Say that one more time. Learning to manage your stress and prioritize your well-being is not selfish. It is necessary for you to show up as your best self. So, the second part of that, the same lesson 17, called the core teachings. So, fathers often fall into the trap of believing that self-care is a luxury, not a priority. If you need to sit down as a father, you need to stop, sit down, take a break, and examine where your life is. That isn't a bad thing. That doesn't make you a bad father. When I talk about this in the program, I'm not talking about this from a perspective of you have to be perfect. I'm just recognizing that taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, taking care of yourself first. Because you cannot show up, gentlemen, hear me very carefully. You cannot show up for your children as the most effective, efficient version of yourself, the best version of yourself for your children, for your relationship, if you are not sitting mentally in a space that says, hey, I can help you. Okay, I'm gonna read on. Give me a second. The truth is, a father who does not manage his stress, rest properly, or take care of his mental and physical health will struggle to be fully present for his children. When I was almost 600 pounds before I had my stroke. I'm now 345, 350. Losing all that weight changed how I treated myself. Losing that weight changed how I treated my wife. And losing all that weight changed how I saw myself. On video, a lot of times I was doing videos back then, I was smiling. But the reality of it is internally I was hurting. Internally I was not being the best father and husband I could be. Hell, I wasn't even nice to myself. I'm damn near 600 pounds, right? For me, that was an issue. For some of you, you're like, no, 600 pounds is perfect. That's good for you. But for me, having high blood pressure, high cholesterol, not eating correctly, not exercising like I should, I end up having a stroke, right? I wasn't my full driven self. And as a result of that, my life suffered. Luckily enough, my wife, I didn't lose my wife. I still have a strong relationship with my children, even though I wasn't showing up. My stroke then sat me down and said, hey, listen, you need to change some things about yourself. And I did. I said, you know what? I got to change. So the truth is, a father who does not manage his stress, which is huge, especially for black men. You have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Stress only adds to that. Manage your stress. Rest properly. There's nothing wrong with getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep if you need to. Seriously, you need to sleep for 10 hours. Sleep for 10 hours. Now, if you don't need to sleep for 10 hours because you're well rested, then don't sleep for 10 hours, bro. If you need to, get the rest you need to get, and then get up and then do what you need to do. Or take care of his mental and physical health will struggle to be fully present for his children. Here's how to manage stress and avoid burnout while still leading your family effectively. Number 1, prioritize your physical health. Bro, this is huge. Again, I was almost 600 pounds. I was 565 when they weighed me. The way they weighed me was after my stroke and right after my just before my operation. It had been a couple of days. I was out for a while, and I think it had been a day or two. And they had me wrapped up in this machine and on this bed, and the bed actually weighed you in kilograms. Now, of course, according to the way they call the metric system and the way we weigh things, it's a big difference. So they said, according to the metric, I was 600 pounds. You really do the numbers, it was like 560, 570 something, right? Prioritizing your physical health, man, is one of the things that I said, again, I didn't do. And fresh out of the hospital, right after my stroke, mentally I still struggled. My brain wasn't fully healed. It still isn't. But of course the spicy helps. My medicine helps. But it was realizing that I do need to prioritize my mental and physical health that then changed me as a father and a husband. I want to read on. So number 1, prioritize your physical health. Exercise regularly. Physical activity is one of the best ways to reduce stress and increase energy. Get enough sleep. Fatigue amplifies stress. Hear me. Fatigue amplifies stress and weakens your ability to be patient and present. Eat well. Avoid excess junk. Now, I didn't say avoid junk. I said avoid excess junk. You want to have a Reese's Pieces, eat the whole Reese's. King size, eat the whole thing. The reason a lot of us fall back into, especially for our health, is because we feel like we need to be perfect at everything. That's a lie. Prioritizing your health means that sometimes if you feel like you want to eat a cupcake, but you get the one you want to punish yourself, I don't want to eat that goddamn cupcake and get over it. Keep up though. Keep up. So if you're exercising, so I exercise, I do 100 push-ups a day. I could think back a couple years ago, I could not do one. After my stroke, I could barely do 2 push-ups. And I do 100 push-ups a day. Night and day from what I used to be. And so before I would say, you know what? I can have 4 or 5 of these X, Y, and Z. No, I couldn't. I should not have. And I would tell myself that. Having an excess amount of junk is the problem. Having junk is not the problem. The key word in that sentence is excess. So eat well. Avoid excess junk, alcohol, and caffeine, which can drain your energy. Stay hydrated. Dehydration increases fatigue and irritability. Number 2, manage emotional and mental stress. Acknowledge when you're stressed. Don't suppress it or ignore it. Right? When we learned it, okay, look, I'm stressed. I'm not going to deal with it. No. I'm stressed. Why am I stressed? What about my current situation has me all stressed out? What can I change right now that will put me in a less stressful position? Am I talking to the right people? Am I hanging around the right people? Am I associating with people that's going to help me develop the skills and techniques to put me out of that stress, whether it be mental or physical, right? So, number one, or first point, and number two is acknowledge that you're stressed. I have an issue. I'm stressed, right? Talk to someone you trust. This is important. Whether it's a friend, mentor, or support group, don't isolate yourself. Man, a lot of fathers would do better as fathers if you hung around other fathers who are on the same path as you.